Thank you for watching my video today. It should be a pretty quick one. I am driving. I do have on my seatbelt, but I ain't trying to get choked out by my seatbelt. It's just too much going on. But as I'm traveling between state to state, because you know, you just gotta be all over the place sometimes. I was called to make a video about friendship, or like friends, because the people you keep around you affect you. And this is all about wellness, you know, just different branches like a tree. I'm gonna do another video about my products. Not to sell them, but just so people can understand the properties and the benefits. Because I had to learn from one of my children. She has a superhero mindset. So she thinks everyone is on the same level as her, and how, you know, she views things and she understands the world around her. And I just be like, baby, not everybody is a superhero like you. Like not everybody's a superhero like you, okay? So you have to be patient with people and understand that. So that's another video. I can't be looking down because I'm driving. But this one is about friendship. Because you are affected by the energies you allow around you. And not everybody, well, not me, I can't speak for me. My team at my round table is golden. You know, people might leave the table to, you know, embark on their own things. And that ain't none of my business, you know. I wish everyone greatness because I want greatness in return. But the people and your team around you is very important. And mine is very small. Very, 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 very small. I have I have my sister, who is my actual sister. I have my brother, who is my actual brother. And then I have two very, 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 they're my sisters. They're my spiritual sister. They're my sisters from another lifetime. They're my sisters. And I have my parents. And I don't accept many people in because I learned at a very, very, very young age. I mean, 6 years old young. It's hard, you know, friends, they can, like leaves on the tree, and it's wintertime. They will fall hard. So I had to learn to not to attach to people, because that's the quickest way to get your feelings hurt. Attaching to individuals who don't resemble what you're giving to them. Like they're not, it's not a, here's 180 and here's the rest of the 180, you know. It's not a whole thing. But I learned at 6 years old, when I did have a best friend who was my neighbor, and we used to play outside all the time in the front. But I grew up in Philadelphia. So at 6 years old, when I learned how to cook, I learned my closest friends was my family, as in my cousins, and I'm the oldest cousin. So it was, we always together. Because I was outside one day, just, being a kid with, I believe we had little Barbies. But we were sitting on the sidewalk, to be honest, in front of the house. And the block got shot up. Like, shot all the way up. You just seen a car come down the street. Guys pop their head out of the sides. Hit bodies out of the side. Yell somebody's name. And just started shooting. Like, just both sides. You had the two on one side, one on the other. Two on the other, because the driver was at it too. And you could see it coming down the block. And no one told me to go inside the house. But instinctively, I knew, go in the house and go upstairs. Now, I have no idea what happened to my neighbor. Because after that day, I didn't play outside in the front no more. We played in the backyard, and I played with just my cousins. Until, I was about 14 and moved to Georgia. And then even then, I didn't really hang out with people after school when I got to high school. I didn't. I learned at 6 years old. It was a valuable lesson. But I grew up in Philly, so it was, to me, it was life. So the women or the people that I have that are around me, I didn't choose them. That's the beautiful part. I didn't choose the people that are around me. Just like I never looked at them I don't expect anything from anyone. I never expect anything from them. But their hearts are so big. Like, so big, it takes me back. Like, continuously, if I dwell and think about the genuine kindness and love these people just show, unbiased, with open arms. They share things, I share things, and we kumbaya. My sister's back porch, legs crossed, crying together sometimes, in a healing way, not, a pity party and we need a box of tissue or nothing. No, it's just being vulnerable with people, and then they accept that, not as a weakness, but as that's your heart. And then they see the strength in that, and they don't use nothing against you. They don't even treat you differently. If anything, they see how big your crown on your head really is. Because of what you endured, you don't even look like you've been through that. But here you go sharing and expressing things, and you don't carry yourself like you've been through that. And that's everybody, the women that I'm around, my sisters. And I appreciate them so much. Because who you associate with really affects you. Like, dramatically. It's either giving you life or taking something from you. Now, I've been in relationships where I've given so much, I had nothing for myself. I was exhausted mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Exhausted to where it was showing on my body. I could feel it. My body was deteriorating from the inside. And that's this year. That's earlier this year. That's March, April, May. So I had to cut that. No. I love myself too much to just be pouring, and I had nothing for myself. And I'm naturally a giver, and people tend to be naturally takers. But the beautiful thing and lessons that are learned is you can't pour from an empty cup. So if something is exhausting you to the max, you need to cut it out, because where's your love for yourself at? That's not a friend. That's not a relationship you're supposed to be in, because it's killing you slowly, softly, killing you, not healing you, not making. It's not safe for you as a person. So back to friendships. These women are golden. One of my sisters, she's an Aquarius, and I tell her all the time, she knows everything. She knows. Sometimes she don't understand how powerful her knowing is. But she knows. Because she'll say something and she'll let it go. And then something will happen. And I'm just looking at her like, I don't know why we're both surprised. You knew. You said it. It was given to you to understand this. And you shared it. And you let things play out. And there it goes. And I'm like, there you go. We in the time of knowing. The age of Aquarius. You in Aquarius in this time, you better put on your big boy pants and understand your position in this life. Especially if you are a person of good intent. And you really receive, what it is you're supposed to receive. That's healing. And you tapping into that humanitarian side that's in your Aquarius chart. Or a part of you as an Aquarius. If you really tapping into that, she be knowing all the time, even when she don't think she know. And I appreciate her so much because of her power in that. My other sister is a Cancer, and she is very sensitive. And it could be the side of sensitive where, she's emotional. But her emotional isn't the crying. It's the emotional as in she feels strongly. Strong. And it's like she can read your mind and you didn't say anything out loud. It happened plenty of times. I'm just thinking and she's saying, and I'm like, what? She's like, oh, were you thinking that? And I said, I was. She's like, oh, I just don't. You know what you be doing, Queen. You know. You know what your gift is. How'd you know I was thinking that? And I was thinking that to myself. I ain't even whisper. My lips ain't open. I ain't say nothing. But she's sensitive. She feels people. Feels environments. She feels strongly to where when I open up and actually share in detail events that could break anybody, that has broken people, it's not going to break me now. My nickname has been Oak Tree since I was a little kid, because there's no way. It's going to have to come harder than that. Way harder. I've had guns on me on more than one occasion. On me. Loaded. One with the laser pointing right at. I didn't piss myself. I just hope, well, we're going to say me a quick little prayer. If it's not time to go, it's not time to go. Alright, you're going to have to come harder than that. So what people do physically to hurt me, I've gotten to the point I just continue to wish people the best. Because you're not fighting me at this point. We're in a new time. You're not my enemy. I have no energy to exert towards that. You ain't fighting me. It ain't my battle. Even though it's you physically trying to harm me, you physically is harming me. It's not my battle. You're going to have to pay for that on your own time. But she is so... I tell her story. I'll share in detail. And it's instantly... that superhero. She's a fucking superhero. It's like her armor straps on. And she is about to do whatever it is necessary for whatever it is that need to be done, according to the situation. Like that's her energy. And when I see that shift in her, it makes me want to cry. Because I know it's genuine. Very genuine. And I'm so appreciative. Because in the past, my experiences with trying to have friends never ended well. Never. I mean, I can literally count all the times I've had very close friends and I was like, oh, we're best friends. We have nicknames and and everything. You know who I'm dating and all this stuff. I share things, and I was in like high school. My parents actually let me hang out with you. And then one little thing happened, and this lady's with my ex. I seen, oh my gosh, like my first marriage, for instance. I'm at the gym. There's no way in the world I'm leaving the gym and someone who's supposed to be my best friend is walking in the gym with my ex-husband. I said, interesting. And it didn't faze me. I just wish they had some balls. Because one hit a U-turn like they left something in the car, and the other one scurried away to the locker room. I'm like, well, dang, y'all could have said hi. You're ex for a reason. I don't go back. I don't even entertain to go back. Like it. What? So when I met these two women, because I think that's what it's really about, this video. The genuineness. And they're so powerful. And they keep you right where you're supposed to be. But that's friendship. To where they're rooting for you in all situations. All situations. They make you comfortable in every situation. They comfort you in every situation. And if you don't have friends like that, then they're not friends. They accept you in all situations. You guys grow together. You learn so much. Like, influence each other in positive ways. Extremely positive ways. And that's why they're my sisters. You are affected by the crowd you keep around you. You are. I've seen it plenty of times. People hang out with certain people and, Now the person is acting funny. I'm like, what is this? Really? That energy is real. You are affected by the people you hang out with, that you associate with, that you give your time and your energy to, that you talk to. You're affected. That's the quickest way to transfer energy, is through conversation. So that's probably it. Keep them squares out your circle, like the song say. And everybody does not deserve a seat at your round table. They really don't. And you'll know the ones that are supposed to be there, because just like they'll resemble you in the way of the effort. You know, you give 1,000, they give 1,000 in their own way. Even if it's just through communication. Even if it's just through knowing they got your back. You know who deserves a seat at your round table. And my round table is gold. I see it in my dream. Everything was gold. The table, the chairs, the people. So I appreciate these people because they really came to me. And I pray for that, to be honest. I'm not trying to do the wrong thing or make the wrong decisions or move out of line. That's not in line with my purpose. That's not in line with what'll actually heal the world, help people. That's not in line with growth. That will weaken you. I don't like any of that. That's exhausting. And I don't like feeling tired, because I get cranky when I'm tired and irritable when I'm tired, because I enjoy rest. I enjoy sleeping. I really do. And my favorite animal is a koala bear and a dolphin. But koalas got the life, man. They just sleep 23 hours in a day. They eat and do whatever they need to do and then go back. I'm like, what? And they're so cute and fluffy. And then dolphins are the friendliest animals and most powerful creatures. Nothing could kill a shark but a pack of dolphins. My mom told me a story about the research they found from women who give birth surrounded by dolphins, and how the echo sound waves the dolphins let off helps the baby in their brain development, helps the mother give birth with no pain. Granted, she's in water, so you're gonna feel less pressure and pain anyway, but still, like, that comfort, and just, they are intelligent beings. That's beautiful. When I was younger, that's what I wanted to go. I wanted to be a marine biologist so I can work with dolphins. But I grew up in Philly, and my mom, my dad, and the dad that was blessed upon me, I'm gonna say his name, James Macklin, wasn't having that, because he's from Philly too. Yeah, you ain't going to Alaska to go to school. You ain't going nowhere. No, what? No. And I appreciate that protection. At the time I didn't. I was like, oh, they're trying to, keep me. Naturally, you have a teenage mind where you want to rebel in tiny ways that you think you can. But no, that's protection. What I look like being in Alaska? It's freezing. It'd be dark half the year. Now, they give you a lot of money for living there, but of course. But I don't You know, money don't rule me. I don't chase money. Money gonna chase me. That's how it's supposed to go. But no way. Now that I think about it, I still love dolphins, but I had a different purpose. My purpose is this tree in front of me. But yeah, that's it. Be mindful of who has a seat at your table. Some people don't even want to be there. And others don't belong. So you got to clear it up. And I'm not speaking from personal. My table is strong. You know, some people may went on vacation from the table. That's on them. Some people never belonged at the table. Life lessons. But I call them guardians. They strong, and I'm appreciative of them. And I'm talking about my sisters, my parents, and even my children, because they superheroes. This is pretty short. I like this. 26 minutes. So have an abundant life. Have an abundant day.